Alrighty, y'all, we got some gorgeous clusters here. For some reason, my camera refuses to see rainbows. Apparently, I need a little more enlightened camera. I'm going to try and take still pictures after I do this video and see if I can get y'all the rainbows, because these things are just full of rainbows and they're so beautiful, and it's so frustrating because you can't see it. I've got 12. I'm going to run through them by numbers with prices right quick. And I will post the individual pictures for you. We'll talk a little bit about clusters and quartz. This is number 1. Great one for the center of a grid because it does stand beautifully on its own. And number 1 is $10. This is number 2. Number 2 is $15. Just got clusters and clusters on top of clusters all the way around. It is a beauty. This is number 3. Number 3 is $20. This is number 4. Number 4 is $25. This one is great for manifestation because it's got the one big crystal with all the smaller points coming out around it. And clusters are wonderful because you can have time links, you can have window quartz, you can have all different kinds, all jam-packed into one potent little piece. This is number 5. Number 5 is also $25. Got a little bit of hematite inclusions in this one as well. So that's going to add the properties of hematite to it for you. This is number 6. Number 6 is $30. Got loads of twins. And all these little parts right here. Don't know if it shows up on camera, but they're druzy. Oh, it's gorgeous rainbow. Hope you guys can see that. Rainbows abound, and even on the bottom there are just tons and tons of little points. Number 7. Number 7 is $35. And number 8 is also $35. Nice tabular here. Skeletal on the bottom. Number 9. Number 9 is $50. Some gorgeous points here. There are windows, time links, record keepers, keys, all kinds in these clusters. Number 10. I had a really hard time not keeping this one, you guys. It is $50. Look at this gorgeous double terminated here. Also, we have a time link there. Not sure if you can see that on the camera. Another time link down there. Look at all those gorgeous little points. I know somewhere on this one earlier I saw 2 windows as well. Not catching my eye right now, but I know they're there. Number 11. This one is so beautiful. More hematite inclusions. A nice triple right here. I like to think of those as daddy, mama, and baby. This one would be a good one for fertility and lots of other things. Look at the twin down here, and it's also skeletal. Tons of little babies. This is just a gorgeous family of points. More hematite inclusions. Lots of little babies down there on the bottom. That one's $50 in case I forgot to say it in the beginning. Not sure. And this one is a wonderful natural wand for any use that you would normally use a wand for. It is really, really good for activating grids. You've got a tabular on the bottom and then a regular point on the top. Got some nice triangular formations down this point here. And it is a record keeper. It's got some nice sheets in there that kick out some nice rainbows. I don't think that's picking up on the camera though. All right. Gee, if you just, want to pan on them or zoom on them, I'm going to tell them just a little bit about quartz clusters right quick. And you can just focus in on whatever beauties you want to focus in on. You guys know I have a serious weakness for clusters and geodes. And clusters are wonderful because they radiate a really strong, potent energy out in every direction that the points go. You can use them to grid your home or a room, your sacred space. I use quartz clusters to grid my sacred space because it amplifies the energy of everything that I do there. And I make really big grids, and they're each on their own table, and I have quartz clusters hanging around the sides of those tables to amplify the energy of the grids as well. You can use them as your center stone in a grid, and you can also place them at the furthermost points of a grid, and it will supercharge that grid. It's going to amplify whatever stones are in that grid. It's going to amplify the energy, and it's going to send it out in all directions that the points are facing as well. You can put other stones on quartz clusters to amplify the properties of that stone. Like, say, if you really need the properties of a diamond or a ruby and all you could afford was a tiny little piece, you can place that on a quartz cluster, and it's going to be like you have a diamond or ruby or sapphire or whatever it is that is almost the size of that cluster. That is how much it's going to amplify the properties of that stone. So that's really wonderful for budgets. Excuse me. Now, rainbows in stones, quartz, whichever stone that they happen to be in, they symbolize happiness and optimism. And they're also used as bridges between worlds. It's also usually a sign that the deva of the crystal is ready to make a connection with you and work with you. There's tons of different types of points in these clusters, and we'd be here all day if I tried to point them all out to you. But you will have a blast when you get these home, examining them and figuring out just what all you've got in there. I do have a note up in the notes section on the page that will explain to you what the different types of points are used for. Quartz are wonderful because they're super easy to cleanse. They're super easy to store information and energy on and program. They amplify all the energies around them. A lot of people use them on the crown chakra. I do want to give you a little warning there. Do not place quartz on your crown chakra unless you are absolutely sure that all of your other chakras are cleared and balanced and attuned, because it will amplify any little nasties that you still got floating around in that chakra. And you really don't want to do that. So use them on your crown chakra, folks. Be careful and make sure the rest of your chakras are good to go. Quartz can also be programmed for any light ray that you need. For healing, whatever else you want to do, you can program quartz to do any and all. It affects all three states of being: spiritual, mental, and physical. And it's really the powerhouse of the crystal world, the multi-purpose stone of the crystal world. It helps with concentration. It enhances your mental ability. It helps you to focus and retain information. It's just an amazing stone that will do so very much for you as long as you program it right. And make sure before you use a stone that you are clearing and cleansing it properly, because it will pick up all kinds of stuff. Even in the mail on the way to you, it's going to pick up stuff, so make sure you cleanse and clear it. Alrighty, so I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope they actually look as pretty on camera as they do in person. And see y'all later.